Alexa, what's today? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I am coming. I'm just fixing my coffee real fast. I figured I'd give you time to get into the room. A little hotter. Not quite as hot as I think. That's so much better. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm just getting my coffee. How is everybody this morning? How are you? How are you? Getting ready? We are getting so close to Christmas. We are almost there, you guys. We are almost there. It is that time. It is that time. You guys can you see the gingerbread my grandson made when that was in 2014? He made the gingerbread. He also made me this Christmas tree in 2014. Isn't it cute? Uh-huh. Yeah, and I hang it on my tree every year. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. And you all know about the elf on the shelf, right? So I have my elf in the tree as well. I don't know if you can see it. Can you find the elf? Can you find the elf? Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So Gold Whiskey sent me this cap for my grandson. I have to wrap this up. So he has a baseball cap. That's great. He'll love that. His dad always wears a baseball cap, so he'll love that. Anyway, how we all doing? How we doing? Are we getting ready? Are we getting ready for this new year to come about? Are we getting ready? All right, you guys, we're going to see. See what's coming. Oh, 1 second. Two seconds. All right. Two seconds. But it's always got to be drinking, making all this noise every time. Every time. Go lay down, please. You're like a little kid. Oh, yeah, drink some more, why don't you? Get on my nerves just a little bit more. Do that. Do that. That's a good idea. Can you get on my nerves just a little bit more today? Can you? All right. Perfect. All right, you guys. Almost ready. All right. So, you guys, that headache that I had yesterday, what is this, a Microsoft thing? Restarts to pick a time. I don't know what that's about. This Microsoft gets on my nerves. All right. I am coming. Just waiting for a couple more people to get in the room. A couple more people to get into the room. So far, we have only 23. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button if you've come in, you guys. I know a lot of you forget when you come in, but I'm excited that you're here. Excited to have fun. All right. Well, now that thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. So, this is my almost no makeup face. Yesterday threw me for a pretty good loop, I'll say, with that headache. I was meditating, and I guess that's why the headache came. I guess I meditated too hard, so I wasn't able to do your the Italian gypsy message. I wasn't able to do that. A lot of you put reading, but it's not a reading; it's a message. Um, okay, so getting started for today, and again, we're almost there. It is the 23rd of December. Before you know it, we're going to be in 2022. A lot of you need to prepare, like right now, get busy with this winter solstice. Not only the full moon, but the planets and everything changing, a lot of things happening right now. So what I want to tell you is you can't run from this energy that's coming. You can't run from it. You can't hide from it. And if you work against what's supposed to be happening, what you're supposed to be doing, if you try to work against it and stick with the old shit, I wish you luck. I wish you luck. It's going to last the next couple, well, not just days, but weeks. Weeks. A lot of you may feel argumentative. A lot of you may feel stubborn. A lot of you may just be fighting against everything. Somebody says, let's do this. You're like, no, I don't want to do that. Let's do this. Like, you have to try really hard to be nice. It's going to be really important during this winter solstice, which is, it's not stoppable. It's on the way here. If you're not already feeling it now, wait till tomorrow, the next day. This is going to bring about a lot of changes. It's the time to journal now. It's the time to write down what it is that you want to manifest. It's the time to decide what it is that you know, not that you want, but that you know you need to let go of. You've got to let go of what you know you need to let go of. A lot of us, we walk into our own sufferings sometimes. We literally open the door to pain and suffering when you know that something wasn't working out and you go back to it. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you for that donation. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year. So you have to realize, when you're walking into pain, when you're going back into something that wasn't good for you. And yet you willingly walk in that door. It's like walking in a fire, expecting it to be different when nobody made any changes. For a lot of you, it's important. You've got to separate your wants from your needs. If the universe takes something away from you, then know that it because it had to. We have divine intervention. And I tell people all the time that divine intervention, there's nothing you can do about it. What's going to happen is meant to happen. There are no coincidences in this lifetime. If you want to use that word, oh, it's a coincidence. No, it's not. Oh, it was a coincidence I ran into so-and-so the other day. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a coincidence. It was meant to happen. Things are meant to happen. And things are meant to not happen. So no matter what angle you try to sneak around or find a way around something because you don't want to have to face it or deal with it, it's going to bite you in the ass. It's going to be so fast, it's going to come behind you, and it's going to bite you in the ass. If you're not feeling it already, you're going to. You might get tired. You might get a headache. You might feel under the weather. You might feel depressed. You might feel sad. You might feel like it don't feel like Christmas right now. You might have that feeling like, I know it's Christmas and I know Christmas Eve is coming up and yeah, I put up my tree and I did what I had to, but somehow it just don't feel like Christmas. Or you get caught up in it don't feel like Christmas because my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my child, God forbid, is not here to celebrate. But you have to push through, celebrate on their behalf. Because if they were here, would they be happy about the holiday? If they were here, would they be excited that you put the tree up, that you're singing Christmas songs, that you're baking cookies, that you're doing all these different things with wrapping presents? Would they be excited? If they would, if they liked Christmas, then celebrate them during this season. Yeah, Diana, you're correct. A lot of people, including myself, I am guilty as charged. My motivation, spirit, as I'm sitting here saying to you the truth that yeah, I'm not inspired, I'm not excited, I miss Santa Claus riding by on the truck. That always gets me going. I watch Hallmark Channel with Christmas, 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 or Lifetime with Christmas, Christmas, and that gets me going. But this year is different. This year, my daughter won't be here. This year, my grandson and his dad are sick. This year, I have buttons, which I didn't have last year. This year, I don't have a boyfriend like I had last year. Of course, it was like not having one anyway, but it's just different, right? It's an adjustment. But I'm still going to. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So I'm excited about tonight. I'm going to take you guys on a ride with me. I'm going to ride around and look at different Christmas lights if you want to come. I'll be more than happy to put you on my phone. I'm going to take buttons with me. I'm going to go into the Wawa. I'll take you in the Wawa with me while I get a hot chocolate. Because this is something me and my daughter always did. So I'm still going to do it. So you can come and join me and see the different people from the town where I live in. That should be interesting. Sometimes there's some funny characters in the Wawa. And I think it'll be a hoot. It'll be a hoot. Oh, good. I appreciate it. Oh, good, Jenna. You did it last night? That's awesome. Hi, William T. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm okay with being by myself. I'm okay. Um, sadly, when my daughter was in addiction for 10 years, every Christmas for 10 years, I was by myself anyway. So at least this reason for this year, her not being here isn't because of that. It's because she's moving and there's so much to do. And she lives hours away from me now, and she's moving even further away. Um, so it's a different kind of reason that she won't be here, but it's okay. Oh, Leslie, I'm sure you'll surprise him with some kind of gift. I know you, and you'll either go get him a really nice sweatshirt or one of his favorite football team sweatshirts or t-shirts or something. I know you. You'll get him something, no matter what. I know damn well you ain't going to just give him candy and snacks. I know you're not, because you're a mother, and we appreciate what our children say like that, but there ain't no way that that's all we're going to do, because that would be just awful. And I know you better than that. All right. So, getting started with today. So, again, it is December 23rd, and we are looking at Thursday, right? It is Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So, the first card that came up, which I thought was really, really a nice card, but you know what? I'm really upset. I thought my glasses were right here. Oh my God. Could you please excuse me for a second? I'm sorry. I'm not prepared. Oh, sweet Jesus. Where's my glasses? Buttons, do you have my glasses? You know where my glasses are? Maybe they're by the bed. I got them. Thank you, Buttons. I got them. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you. You guys like my shirt? Let's see. Underestimate me. That'll be fun. Yeah, that would be. Okay, so I look crazy today. I need to jump in the shower, as you can see. I have not done my hair. I woke up, threw it in a ponytail, took Buttons out, made her breakfast, cooked her chicken, spoiled rotten. Okay, so the first card that came up was Trust the Niggle. Niggle. What is the niggle feeling trying to tell you? All right. So, right now, a lot of you, as I spoke about, not really quite feeling ready for Christmas. just not feeling the same, whether it's because of the COVID, whether it's because of the distancing, whether it's because of the fear of getting sick, whatever the reason is. When it says to trust it, what are you feeling? It's a perfect card. Oh, my glands are killing me. It's a perfect card with this winter solstice going on here. This feeling, I guess that's the water upstairs, sorry. Um, with this feeling that's it's trying to tell you something, but what is it trying to tell you? For a lot of you, it's something different. It can be completely different. This feeling, it almost feels as if it's encouraging a lot of you to hold on, to not quit, not give up, to not be afraid to move forward. This feeling that you got going on that you can't quite explain has a little bit of worry mixed in it, a little bit of fear mixed in it, a little bit of concern mixed in it, and a little bit of the unknown, right? So you have the fear of the unknown, what to expect next, what's going to happen. Some of you are panicking over the fear of 2022, kind of looking back at 21 saying, oh gosh, 21 was kind of rough. I hope 22 gets better. But as we go into 22 and everybody's still being sick and hospitals getting filled again and all this traveling with the airports and everything happening, you can expect a little bit of roughness coming up in the next couple weeks. For some of you, the next card that comes up is called the initiation. With the initiation, it's talking about crossing over the threshold. It's talking about taking that next step, not being afraid to move into the next area, the next journey, the next chapter in your life, so to speak. This initiation card, the rite of passage, crossing the threshold, crossing this gray area that has you worried, concerned, scared. Maybe for some of you, you haven't never done it alone. And now this year, you're going to have to do it alone. But it's okay, because once you walk through, it's so much lighter when you finally get out of that tunnel, so to speak, that you're in that area that you're at right now, which doesn't feel so great. Soon, the light will come. Soon, you're going to walk out and have all that openness. Right now, you might be feeling kind of trapped. Right now, things might seem gloomy or dark or sad, worrisome. But the minute you keep moving, don't fight the energy, like I said. And once you get out through that threshold, walking right through this doorway, as soon as you get out, a sigh of relief will come, an epiphany moment will happen, light bulbs will turn on, and all of a sudden you're going to get this energy, this drive to roll forward quickly. You're going to be like, okay, I want it. This is what I want. So if you know what you have right now is what you don't want, then walk through that threshold and don't be afraid to see what it is that you do want, okay? The last card that comes up is called Take a Break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So when we talk about taking a break, you have to realize that sometimes you deserve a timeout. Sometimes you have spent pretty much this whole year helping others, pleasing others, doing for others, working, doing what your boss asks you to do, doing what your family needs you to do. It's okay to take some time. Say, you know what? I just want to be me for a little bit. I just want to do nothing. I don't want somebody yelling, mom, 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 every 5 minutes. I don't want somebody saying auntie. I don't want somebody saying grandma, Gigi, Mima, whatever they call you. You don't want to you just want to be left alone. You just want a minute to take it all in. You just want to be able to process, right? Everything. Some of you are wanting to do this before New Year's Eve, just wanting to get a whole grip on, let me just go over everything that's really happened in this past year. Don't just focus on the bad things, though. I tell you, you got to focus on the blessings as well, the blessings that we take for granted, like the other night. Traffic was really bad on Route 130 on the highway. I wasn't really paying attention. I was trying to get to the turnaround because where was I going? I think I was running to the shop, right? I needed a box of Life cinnamon cereal and I needed some 2% milk. So I was running to the shop, right? Which is really just up the road, 8 minutes, 7 minutes. And I was doing about 50, 60. And I didn't have my glasses on for nighttime. And I was approaching these cars it was a red light, but then it turned green. So they started moving, I thought. But it was so dark out that my eyes played tricks on me. Before I knew it, and I was in the right-hand lane, before I knew it, I'm doing 50, 60 miles an hour and almost slammed right into the back of this car. So I jerked my wheel without even looking to see if anything was in the next lane, the middle lane. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be killed. And I don't know how there wasn't, because when I tell you it was work hour traffic, it was rush hour traffic, it was so packed. The highway was so packed. How there wasn't a car that I didn't cut off right there in that middle lane when I had to swerve. I had to. If I didn't swerve, I was going to nail that car and then he was going to hit 3 other cars. I literally saw my life flash before me. My chest was pounding so hard. And I stayed in that middle lane for another 2 lights and then finally turned around and went back. And when I finally got to the shop right and parked in the parking lot, and I was in my parking space and took my seatbelt off, I literally just bawled out crying like I could have just been killed. Or worse, I could have been really hurt bad and laying in a hospital for Christmas. I was like, Helen, you need to go home. That's when this winter solstice had started coming in and clouding my mind. I wasn't really paying attention as well as I should have been. I wasn't on the phone. I wasn't messing with anything. I was just driving, but my mind was in 100 other places. And sometimes I forget to tell Spirit, don't talk to me right now while I'm driving. The only time I'll do a reading when I'm driving is if I'm on like a country road and I can take my time and go slow and nobody's usually around. But that was really a crazy event. I'm really grateful that I'm here. Like I said, sometimes you have to thank God too and thank the universe for the blessings that come. Unexpected blessings. I guess I'm not supposed to be anywhere else yet. I guess I'm still supposed to be here. Or God could have took me that day. And I tell you, 60 miles an hour is fast. Especially when you're approaching 3 lanes of cars that are really actually hardly moving. They just released their brake and started to move. They weren't moving, like they weren't even going 10 miles an hour yet. It was bad. It was really bad. Thank you. Thank you, Force. Thank you. So, next message comes up. And I'm going to use one of the messages from my Oracle deck for those of you in the room. For those of you who hit the like button, thank you. There's about 10 of you who didn't, but that's okay. If you think about it, please do. If you're just choosing not to, that's okay too. So the first card that comes up, again, message for the room, is beauty. Beauty comes up because to find your beauty, to find what makes you shine, isn't what other people say. It's not what other people think makes you beautiful. It's what you know that drives you to be the person who you are, to do the things that you do, to express yourself in a mannerism where other people take it very generously and they appreciate you. The beauty that is within gets exposed on your outer self. Let me put it that way, on your outer self. Because sometimes the beauty that's on the inside can't be seen unless you show action, unless you show somebody or express to someone what's really within you. Beauty is only skin deep, Looks change, people. So enjoy what you have at whatever age you are. Enjoy it, because looks will change. Your body will slowly begin to deteriorate, because this shell that we're in, that carries our spiritual soul around, is temporary. It's temporary. You know how our car takes us places that we want to go, or the bus or the train? Well, this is our vehicle right now, but it won't be forever. The next card that comes up for you guys is asking for help from above. A lot of you aren't doing that. A lot of you are wondering why things are messed up so bad. A lot of you are wondering why things aren't turning out the way you expected them to. A lot of you are not asking for help from above. A lot of you talk about your angels, but if you don't ask the angels to come to help, they won't. Now, you do have angels that may show up in an emergency without question. Yes, they're supposed to. But when you just need their help for something you're struggling with, you must ask for them to help you. For many of you coming up for this new year, it's going to be important to unleash your creativity. Unleash it. Don't be afraid to try something new. If it doesn't work out, you can go back to doing what you were doing. But if you want to explore your creative side, if you want to take a step into a higher realm for yourself and a higher level of your spirituality, do it. For some of you, you might be getting ready to build a web page. You might be getting ready to expose something to people, to show them your ability, to show them your gift. Some of you mess around like a little bit with crystals or tarot cards and spells and things like that. My question is, why aren't you all in it? Why didn't you get into it? Why didn't you get it started? Why didn't you open up a YouTube page or a TikTok or a Facebook or anything? Why not show people what you can do? Well, some of you think, oh, well, I'm not that good at it. I'm just getting started. You know what? Oh, gosh, my glands. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect, you guys. All right. All right, let's get started. We need some real messages to come in now. We need some real clarity here. I am using the Rider-Waite Tarot today. They said I could. So that's a blessing. They said I could. All right. So you guys, I'm not going to hold you up here for forever and ever. So what I'm going to do is the elements. I am going to do elements: fire, air, water, earth. Starting off with fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. Fire, air, water, earth. All right, fire. So fire signs. You have the Magician card. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. You can make happen what you want to happen. This could be something that can last forever, infinity. This can be something that is going to be a change of lifestyle, a change of pattern, a change of behaviors. But for a lot of you fire signs, it's like you're almost afraid to take that step, that leap. It's like you don't know whether it'll work out. You don't trust something enough. Maybe you don't trust yourself enough. Maybe you don't have enough faith in yourself. Well, if you don't, who's going to? It's got to start with you. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. You are getting ready to attempt to try something, challenge something, build something, learn something, move on to something, or take a journey. Something's coming for you, fire signs, and you're preparing yourself now to do it. Next up, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So be careful, water signs. You have the Devil card. Be careful of overindulging. Holiday season's here. Be careful of drinking and driving. Be careful of other people being under the influence of something. Doesn't have to be alcohol. Could be anything. Be careful for somebody, because I feel like somebody actually has some serious sleepwalking issues. They don't only sleepwalk, but they'll sleep drive. Somebody has got to be careful. If you need to have somebody hold your keys or hide your keys until the morning, then do that. But somebody has to be really careful. All right. But water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If not you, somebody around you is going to be taking unnecessary risks by overindulging in something that is going to bring out toxic behaviors. Somebody definitely gets agitated or miserable or mean or angry or resentful when they're under this influence, no matter what it's of. Or perhaps you do. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, whatever is going on with you right now, even if you're diabetic and you're going to eat at people's houses, moderation is the key. Please don't overdo it. Don't overindulge. For some of you, it feels like because maybe you'll be alone or you won't be with the person that you want to be with, your emotions will be high. Therefore, when we get emotional, sometimes we eat a lot. Other people don't eat at all. I wish I was one of those that didn't eat when he got upset. I eat more when I get upset. Air signs. So air signs, you have the high priestess. Of course you do. You could be trying to look within yourself for answers. For some of you, you're wondering where your journey is taking off to, where something of your spirituality is growing, what changes are actually coming for you. For some of you, though, you haven't been doing your meditations the way you should. Therefore, your gifts will stay the same because you are not trying to meditate or asking your higher power to bring in or bring you in to the next level. You haven't yet spoken and said that I am ready and willing to learn what else you have for me, what the next step is in my spiritual journey. A lot of you haven't done that. So you're kind of stuck where you are. But air signs, it's going to be important over the next few days to use your intuition, trust your gut. Some of you are going to be hesitant about not wanting to go somewhere. You're going to really be standoffish, like, I really don't want to go to that person's house. We go every year and it's always the same thing, and I just really don't want to do all that again. Then don't go this year. Change your plans. For some of you, air signs, you're going to be near water. Oh, and that's another thing. With this winter solstice, try to get out in nature or be around nature, trees, forests, water, as much as you can. Pagans tend to celebrate this winter solstice as well. Very, very important. Very, very important. Earth signs. Yeah, the 9 of Wands, Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So for today, it's more about knowing that you have options, knowing that you want to stand firm on a decision, knowing that I accept the way it is and that's it. Or for some of you, it's saying that this is the way it is and that's it. Not being flexible, not a good idea. You're not preparing yourself for this winter solstice if that's what you're doing. For some of you, there is going to be decisions made here. There's going to be decisions made. These decisions are not going to be to your liking. They're going to make you standoffish. They're going to make you upset if you don't work with them. If you work with these changes, say, okay, well, I'll try it. If you're at your job and they're changing the way something is done, a protocol perhaps, a procedure, and now we're doing it this way, and you're like, well, I was really comfortable with the way it was. Yeah, well, a lot of people are comfortable with the way things used to be and not wanting change, not wanting to learn something new. Us old dogs don't really like new tricks, and that's true. But once you try it and get used to it, you'll actually think it's much easier. So go with the flow. Go with the flow. One card for the room is, in fact, of course, the 5 of Cups. So many of you are worried about leaving something behind. Many of you are worried about this new year coming, which means that everything from this year will be pushed to your past. For some of you, if you don't stop worrying about something you can't change, if you don't accept an ending for what it is, and realize that that ending is actually a blessing if you look at it in the right way, so that you can make room for what's new coming in. But if you hold on to the past, there's no room for what's new to come your way. There's no way. There's no way for that to happen. All right, y'all, get yourself ready. Get yourself together. We are going to do the Italian gypsy message. That's coming up in just minutes. If you're wondering what that is, you can go back and look at a couple videos. There's the first video, then there's a part 2. It says part 2, and then we're going to do this one. So this is another one. So looking forward to seeing you in just a few minutes. Get your payments in if that's what you want to do. My PayPal link should be right in here in the live chat. I'm sure the PayPal link's here somewhere. Leo probably posted it. Leo. Also, Leo, I hope you got your dog set up for the training. Yeah. Thank you for the link. Set up the link, Leo. Put my PayPal link. If you're interested, it is, thank you, honey. Thank you. It is $38.88, I believe. So yeah, that's what it is, $38.88. So if you're interested in a message, join me in just a few minutes. Let me take Buttons for her really fast walk outside. It is so cold. Last night was so cold. I thought I was going to die. And for some reason, my glands hurt so bad and my neck feels cold. The rest of my body's warm and my neck feels cold. So I'm going to put a scarf on when I take her out because I don't know what's going on. And I just took 2 Tylenol sinus, so maybe that'll help. But anyway, hello, payment. So if you're interested, if you don't know what it is, like I said, go back to the other videos. Look real quick. You got about 15 minutes. Go back and look at the other videos. See how I do the reading. And then I'll be back on. I have the list in front of me so far. It is written in the community section, the people that are in front of you already. So if you look on my page, H&G Spirit Messages, and you go over to community at the top, you'll see where I commented about who was in line first. All right. So with that being said, I'll see you in just a few minutes. Just a few minutes.